Hi, guys. So, welcome. Thank you so much for the faith in us, in our membership program, and joining on the journey. I'm really excited about taking your names and your amazing courses and all your decades of experience out into probably some new parts of the world for you as well. So, please tell us a little bit about what the offering is and your experience and what you're going to be doing for our guests at various events we're going to be organizing.
Well, we've been a married couple for 37 years now. We've got two grown young adult children. We've been through every up and down in life. We're business leaders in our own right. We're mentors in our own right. And we've really distilled in our years all that it takes to really create a lifetime of love, a lifetime of passion, a lifetime of continuous growth and evolving with each other, which we call enlightenment. We truly believe that relationship is a path to our highest ecstasy, our highest enlightenment. And when this is going great, then what happens is our businesses, our families, life starts to flow in a very beautiful way.
Absolutely. Strong foundation. It's just so valuable. It's been valuable in our life. It's valuable in our clients' life. And we really want to share with you the foundations of love and passion and how that unlocks so much inside our being and inside our relationship, and how we can take that out and create magic in the world.
Wow. And I know this is nothing new for you guys. As you say, you've just done a course recently in this as well, on top of the many decades of different trainings you've undertaken, presumably yourselves. But you've also been doing these trainings a very long time. And now I feel it's time to reach more people with them. Would that be right?
Absolutely. We're seeing that there's so many couples have been coming to us. We've had over 100,000 couples in our workshops and trainings for over 25 years now, internationally, of all cultures, all backgrounds. And one thing that's common amongst all of them, everyone wants more deeper love and intimacy and connection. All couples want greater sex and passion and inspiration for each other. And all couples are yearning to live for something bigger than just themselves, a purpose, a vision, something that inspires their soul, something that inspires their spirit. And so what we're training and teaching couples is how to evoke love in any challenging moment, how to turn on the passion whenever things are going flat, dry, how to re-evoke that passion, how to get the sexy back. And if you really got the sexy, how to get it to scorching levels, all right? And by having the skills of how to do that in any moment, as a couple, we really grow strong together for a lifetime. How do we create a lifetime of love, a lifetime of passion and intimacy?
Yeah. And what happens is over time, what we've noticed is that people, the longer that they're together, the less their passion becomes. And even the love starts to wane. And like I said earlier, it's about the foundation. And for us, what we've noticed, how we practice and the work that we'll share with you, our passion just gets stronger and stronger over time. And that is nutrition for a couple. And so we're about feeding you with what it takes to feed your relationship and to bring more aliveness and vitality to what you already have. Because with that, it just really ripples out into all areas of your life. And the rest of your family gets to benefit with that. And that is really so important to us. Family is really everything. And when you are feeling great inside yourself and your family's feeling great, the world family gets to get the effects of that. And that's really what we want to see in the world.
Oh, that's amazing. What a ripple effect it has. Absolutely. And I think it was one of Einstein's sayings, wasn't it, that said we can't solve problems on the same level they're created. So I guess, do you get couples, how do you work with the process? Do you get couples to reconnect energetically? Is that part of it? Are they talking first? Or just, I mean, I know we're not going to give away. We haven't got, if a couple's at like breaking point and they're not speaking and they're slamming doors and, just shut down, what would you give as advice as the starting point, I guess?
Well, when we work in our rooms, when we're having our couples come into our experiences, the first thing that we do is we clear out all the stack ups, all the hidden, buried, suppressed stuff that we're sitting on. When we clear that out and we have particular, very unique, fun processes. Our work is not dry, heavy. All of our exercises and practices are fun. They're juicy. They're passionate. They're very real. We have couples, first of all, get into real, loving, conscious communication with each other. We have each other create a space of safety where we both can express the stuff we've been sitting on and be heard, be listened, be understood, be cherished, be appreciated. When that clearing goes on, now you have space within yourself to now learn how to connect at the heart even stronger. Because everyone, we can have great sex, but if it's disconnected from our heart and intimacy, it's not fulfilling. So we start with, how do you connect with your partner's heart when challenges are going on, when great things are going on? How can we come into that beautiful oneness of spirit? Once we have that, the next phase is, how do you create the spark of passion, what we call polarity creation? How to ramp up your strong masculine warrior energy,
your juicy feminine energy. And the thing is that what we're sharing with you here, people can take a lifetime to never have this happen. And for many of you that may be listening, you may be thinking, well, got so many things. The thing about us and what we're known for is rapid. How quickly you can move through these stack ups and how quickly you can come back into love and passion. It's truly miraculous. And couples leave with a new sense of vibrancy in their relationship, with a new sense of hope that is alive and well. And we can only say that, the biggest thing is people say you need to get a room because you're just like all over it there.
and I hope you have a room when you come.
Oh, there you go. Amazing. Wow. Well, I can feel your passion, guys. I'm sure anybody who's watching this can also feel the amazing connection you have between you. And I guess like all relationships are going to hit a bumpy point. So this could be for people that are at breaking point, but also certainly in the wellness space, we're seeing that move more towards preventative rather than curing things when they've gone wrong. So this would be great as well for people who already think their relationships are good,
Yes.
but you feel
Let's take it to great. And if it's great, let's take it to scorching. And if it's scorching, let's take it to enlightenment levels where our lovemaking is saturating our body, our minds, our beings. We're releasing the highest chemical stew within ourselves, which is rejuvenating our spirit, rejuvenating our bodies, rejuvenating our purpose in life. And when you have that spark of intimacy going that deep and you awaken it, as a couple, there's nothing you cannot do. There's no challenge you cannot face, and there's no mountain you cannot climb because you're in it together. So the essence of all that we're sharing is how to awaken true devotion to each other's path and to each other.
Yes. And I would like to say too that what we do is we create culture of inspiring each other and being happy for couples who are coming together. When one couple is doing great, all of the couples are doing great. Again, it's that ripple effect and it's that celebration. And it's the new look of it is wonderful to be in a healthy, beautiful, vibrant relationship. And it's supported in the community. So we ignite communities around the world.
Beautiful. And I think everyone would agree that the world certainly needs more of that love because it transcends and it goes, we never know how far reaching that could be as well. And how far does that positive energy go into healing, humanity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's the core. When the couple is in love and passionate for each other, then they become passionate for something greater than each other. And we believe that this is the core challenge of humanity. The core solution is come back to profound love, profound passion, and walk on the path of enlightenment together.
Amazing. And what would you say for people? I know quite a lot of these people now, they're so kind of happy and they feel full and whole with their own energy, not actually being in a relationship. Now, I'm just wondering kind of would this work for them? How would it work for potentially single men, women? Would they be included or what's your thoughts on that?
We like to call them single is one way, But if they're available, we like to call those folks availables. Or those of you who feel that, hey, you're available for a really powerful partner, someone who meets the depth of your heart's longing, then you're welcome as well, because you'll be learning how to activate yourself to be the perfect magnetic pull to someone who oscillates, who meets you, who meets the depth of your intellect, the spirit, the soul. Many times we attract people who are not matching where we are within ourselves, and there's a dissatisfaction, a lack of fulfillment, promises that you want, but you always feel like, "Ah, I would just wish I could have someone who meets me, who wants to grow with me, who wants to enjoy the deliciousness of life with me." You got to turn on certain switches. You have to learn to align within yourself and perhaps heal parts of yourself from old relationships. So those of you who are availables, you're more than welcome to come, because you're going to be turned on in a way that's going to really magnetize some very powerful attention your way. And the main problem you're going to have is, how do you discern who you're going to date? Okay, so that's the fun
Yeah.
part.
Well, that's the thing. It could be getting these availables in a room together, all oscillating so high. Wow, imagine.
And then we're going to do introductions there. We're going to do prizes with other singles to really spark the energy between each other. And in every one of our events, we've had connections, lovers, marriages that have come out of them.
Yeah. I wanted to say also that many availables have not felt available because there is a culture where they've lost hope. They felt like couples are not staying together. Couples do not have this passion and the love that they had in the beginning. And so they may be looking and saying, well, I'm happy on my own. I don't need to get into relationship. Relationship is tough. We're about changing that culture. We're about bringing back the hope and the possibility that actually being in a couple can drive you to have the highest experience of actually what you want. And being in a couple, and we've experienced this ourselves, is that we bring out the best in each other. We encourage it. We inspire it. We stoke it. And so being in a couple is a great thing to have. That hope is what we're building here. And so maybe the availables, maybe after listening to us, more hopeful in finding that for themselves as well.
Well, yeah, and I think that's it, isn't it? I think that people maybe avoid relationships in sometimes, like you say, because they've had those past unhealed hurts and that needs to be dealt with. And maybe that's why. But what do you think about, like, is there just one model of relationship? Is it boy meets girl and they stay together, they live happy ever after? Or is it down to the couple to set their own expectations, rules? Because I just seen, I think, so many unhappy relationships where people lie and they cheat, and it's the stats are off the scale, like 50% of marriages end in divorce. And I think that's what you're talking about, Suzanne. It gives people less hope. So I love that you're bringing that back. But what would be your advice to say, well, obviously come along, come on the course and join us and learn. But if you could just give some sort of words of wisdom, you guys now, what you feel is the biggest issue that's going wrong, that, if people could embrace, things might be different for them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, you shared about what's the biggest problem. The biggest problem is that people have lost the art, the skill, and the way of life of creating passion and polarity with each other. They don't know how to ignite the masculine energy and the feminine goddess, the masculine warrior in each other. When we know how to evoke that in each other, we'll stop repelling each other. We'll stop neutralizing each other. That's the main problem in relationships. People just haven't learned how. We've got impressions from our parents, from society. And then you also talked about what is the correct model, and is there a correct model? No. Each couple is going to have their own unique experience, their own unique evolution of the model that works for them, how much they spend time together, their lovemaking, who they make love with, how they connect with life, what they inspire. Every couple has a unique DNA that needs to be explored, awakened, and set free. When it's really set free, wow, it takes it to a whole other level. So there is no cookie cutter approach. Every couple is a unique, magnificent, if you will, art form.
Art form, truly. And each couple is, when they come, you see, every time we get together, every time we have an event, it's different because of who is there. So we don't have this is exactly how it's going to go each and every time. You can repeat this over and over again, and you're going to find new things that will come out of it. And based on who is there, that will be how it is uniquely crafted for that group, for their particular dynamic, for their particular art form that is about to take place and revealed to us and to each other. So it's masterpieces that are being created each and every time.
Wow. And it sounds like a massive expansion. And just from the experience of expansive exercises, events, retreats, and things that I've been on, sometimes there's some pain and any growth. We know if we go to the gym, expect a little bit of pain to push through. Would you say that, that there's some things to face that may be a bit uncomfortable for people as well?
Every diamond must go through some sort of friction. And so pain for us is actually, okay, bring it up. Let's see what we can do with this. This is not something to be feared. The way that we work is we face whatever is there. We do not run from that. We face it with our strength, from our power, and we do it together. We are with you through it. And there is nothing that you can bring to us that we haven't seen, heard, experienced,
or gone through.
nothing. We really haven't. And even if it's something new, we are clear and confident that we know how to work with it and to move through that. So bring what you've got. It's exciting. It's an opportunity to see what's the next art piece.
How exciting. So excited to be on the journey with you guys and to share more of this with some of our other members. And I think we're going Middle East, aren't we?
Let's go around the world together. We need to awaken passion for couples and relationships. So we're happy to join you with that.
We're looking forward to meeting all the new beautiful beings that we have the honor and the pleasure to share our lives with.
It's beautiful. And I'm sure many people are going to be attracted to this dynamic duo here in front of me, ready to share your gifts. I'm very excited to be supporting you. So thank you for that. And we're going to get some dates set in the diary. Forward. I get to share all these events as well. How exciting.
We do.
Wow, amazing. Well, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. We'll wrap up here on the recording today. And yeah, let's get this out there. Let people know what we're doing.
Awesome.
So much.
See you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.
Amazing.